vengeance. It's like, nah. But you see the shirt. Today's episode, we're going back to basics. OG Pop Culture Showdown, okay? Marvel versus DC. We about to get into it. We got some things to discuss. It's been too long. We going back to the death battles, okay? You do not want to miss this. Pop Culture Showdown is up next. What is going on, everybody? Like I said, welcome back to another exciting episode of Pop Culture Showdown. And like I said, today we're getting back to the basics. We used to do death battles. We're getting back to the death battles, okay? Marvel versus DC was the concept for the show, and we're getting back to it because there's been a whole lot of stuff going on. A whole lot of streets been talking, okay? And it's time to settle it right once and for all because I'm tired of the Marvel chatter, okay? Like I said, y'all see the shirt, so you already know which side I'm on, okay? Don't get me wrong, I like Marvel. But anyway, let's get into it. To my right, I have my first time on the show, Oscar. How you doing?
Howdy, I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little excited, a little nervous.
I guess
yeah.
We could say your team Marvel.
Oh, absolutely. You got to rep the brand.
You rep the brand. So off the cuff, who are some of your favorite characters in Marvel? Just a general idea.
I'm going to just say this real quick. It's going to be all the mutants. I love all the mutants. But if we're going besides the mutants, I'm going to say I do like, Scarlet Witch. I like Doctor Strange.
Wait, isn't she a mutant?
You know what? Yeah, she is a mutant, actually. Yes, we're standing by that.
You said besides the mutants. We're not going to do this off rip, okay, sir? All right.
Whatever. But besides that, I also like to say, I'll give Namor. Well, I'm mutant too.
You mean Namor? You like Namor or Namor?
Namor.
My people call me Kukungkan, but my enemies call me Namor.
Okay. Whatever that means.
Anyways, to my left we have Jamal returning again. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm here to put the Marvel Man in his place.
Oh,
Yeah. What?
Marvel.
No, I'm here to put the Marvel Man in his place. They're a second-rate company compared to us. Granted, we have our struggles, but all they have is the X-Men. Outside of the X-Men, who do they really have?
Spider-Man. For me, Marvel is just Spider-Man and X-Men, and then everybody else.
Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain America,
Okay,
Iron
sir.
Man.
The Hulk has been diluted.
Thor.
Listen, the Hulk has been diluted to the point where nobody really cares about the Hulk anymore.
That's a bold-faced lie, but okay.
Did you get that? That's good. Hulk out. Bruce. Damn.
Look how they mess with my boy.
It's
Nobody
not.
cares about the Hulk anymore.
I think a lot of people still care about the Hulk.
Nobody cares about the Hulk anymore.
Who?
What
Who's a
is
lot of
he
people?
doing? What is he doing in his current run? What is he doing?
Does he have a current run?
Exactly. No, you don't know because nobody cares.
You know who has multiple current runs? Batman.
Superman.
And you know who's going to be the fall of DC? Batman.
Please. All right.
Okay.
Anyways, like I was saying, we're going to get into Marvel vs. DC discussion. As you can see, it's very debatable topic.
I mean, it's a 2v1, so I have to
It's not a 2v1.
It's a 2. This is very biased.
It's
This
a
is a
clean
2v1.
It's not very.
I like to
biased.
call it a clean sweep. Clean sweep. But,
I'll do my best.
I mean,
gotta
if your
try to
company's
carry.
like that, you should be able to handle it. To
Exactly.
Huh?
We should be in the hole,
Right.
Anyways, let's get into it. Marvel. So, how do you guys feel about the state of Marvel currently? We'll start with the MCU and then we'll dive into like the comics. So, I ask you, Marvel guy, how do you feel about like the MCU and where it's going? We got Secret Wars coming up, Captain America: Brave New World. Agatha All Along just passed. I know you really like that. Introduced Wiccan and a lot of those other magical elements. So, how do you feel about what's coming up?
I feel like for some stuff of the new phase, I'm pretty excited for it. Definitely like Agatha and like again, like with the mutants and stuff. But if I had to like put that to the side, I definitely feel like this phase is a little weak. I'm not really too excited about all these new projects that are coming out. I feel a lot of things are just a little lackluster and they're not really holding my attention.
Right.
I will say everything seems stale. It's very repetitive. I want something new, something interesting.
That's what everybody's been saying.
So I just kind of hope for the best.
Like for me, it's been just a tale of two halves. You end strong with Endgame, no pun intended, and then it's like everything after Endgame has been forgettable at best. I mean, I'll give them Wakanda Forever, or
I kind of don't.
They honestly
give
peaked
them
with
that.
Endgame. Everything after Endgame has just been like, okay, we're just trying to make money. Nothing has been really substantial or
I can count on my hand. She-Hulk, not good.
Okay.
Moon Knight,
No, it was not. Continue.
Moon Knight, Secret Invasion. Did you see Secret
It
Invasion?
ruined so much of
So much lore.
yeah, it ruined so much lore.
They
'Cause,
literally
like,
made a Super Scroll. They gave the Super Scroll girl, what was her name? I forgot, Gaia or something like that. She has the powers and abilities of the entire Avengers, even the ones who don't even have powers. Then the entire Guardians of the Galaxy and the entire Black Order.
I can't.
How do you have?
I can't argue.
I can't because he not wrong. Like I want to defend it, but I can't.
It don't make no sense. All I
Not to
know-
mention, didn't it ruin the emotional moment that Rhodey had with Iron Man? Because apparently he was a Skrull the whole time.
Yeah. So
Like
you,
it.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me when Tony Stark sacrificed himself, which was probably like the pinnacle of like of the MCU, and actually now that I think about it, if you go back to that scene, Rhodey don't even really say nothing. It's really Spider-Man who's like, oh, Mr. Stark. He's torn up, and it's like, dang, this
Yeah,
was
I
your
don't
friend
know.
for years, for over 20-something years, and he's like, it's okay, kid. I'm like,
I don't know. The push for like Tony and Peter's relationship definitely just kind of threw me a little
and that's
off.
another thing. Too.
Yeah.
I'm excited for whatever they got lined up for Spider-Man 4. I just hope that we can finally get away from him and Tony being Tony Stark's prodigy and all this other stuff.
I have high hopes for that. I have high hopes
I
for
want
that.
Spider-Man on his own. I want him to be his own hero. I don't want him to have all these Tony Stark gadgets. And like what I liked about the last Spider-Man movie was that he faced his adversity. He grew from it, and now he's on his own truly.
I feel like Peter does have like a little bit of gadgets, but I get what you're coming from. for the most
Everything-
part, yeah.
Everything he has, he made on his own. Though.
Yeah,
It's
so
nothing like
hopefully they
hand-me-downs
do
from
something
Tony.
like that.
Yeah, and like I think at least in that last movie, like how he cured the Spider-Man villain from the other movie, he cured Electro, Doctor Octopus, and everything, and it's like he did that on his own. Like he didn't have help from Tony. I mean, then he had Happy helping him, but that's
Happy. Don't say that.
Chill
Come
out,
on.
man. Happy. He ain't do nothing.
hey look.
What does Happy do?
Be like a nice, funny little
He
side
is super
character. Be like
chauffeur.
funny
He don't
little
do
side
nothing.
characters.
Super
Damn.
chauffeur is crazy.
I mean, people look up to us. Kids look up to us.
I'm sorry, us? I wasn't aware that you were an Avenger.
Avengers adjacent, technically.
Wow. What's your superpower? Is it parallel parking?
Damn.
I'm
Coming up next year on the slate, we got Thunderbolts and then Captain America: Brave New World. I am not excited for Thunderbolts because I just feel like they have literally 4 guys who do the same exact thing. They have 4 super soldiers, a girl who can phase through stuff, and that's it. And then there's sentries in there. So I'm like, what are we doing here? This is not the Thunderbolts. This is the super soldier rejects. Like John Walker, he didn't do nothing. He was a joke from the beginning. He got beat up by all the women in Wakanda. Okay, when they showed up.
That boy got
He
whooped.
got whooped. He said, I got the super soldier serum. They beat him in like 5 seconds. Okay.
I think we got off on the wrong foot.
All I know is if Sam Wilson, I love Sam Wilson. I want to see him thrive or whatever. But if he beats the Red Hulk,
There's no reason
I am
he should
leaving
beat
the
the Red
theater.
If he beats the Red Hulk, I'ma hype him up.
No,
I don't know.
No, there's
He-
no
he
reason.
deserves
So
that.
you
He
mean
deserves that
no.
dub. I don't know.
So you mean to tell me the only version of Captain America in the comic books that doesn't have a super soldier serum, so he has no enhancements, who's a regular guy, he has wings, that's cool, he has a shield,
Yeah.
is going to beat the Red Hulk?
Yeah.
You,
All right, bro.
he's just saying that. You know
Okay,
who Red
okay.
Hulk is, right? Like you
Yeah.
know.
All
who
right,
Red
and
Hulk
last,
is.
let me get to this last thing
Ooh.
before we gotta switch it up. The X-Men. I know you love the X-Men. I love the X-Men too. That's probably the only Marvel people I will ride for besides Spider-Man. When they are introduced in the movies, what is the team that you want to see? Like what cast of characters? Because there's been multiple X-Men teams
Oh
over
boy,
the
I've been
years.
waiting for this. Personally, I want Scott Summers. Scott Summers needs to be the face. He deserves to be the face.
I agree.
He earns that spot. I think X-Men '97 did what he needed to do.
Yes.
We can say
That was a
whatever
great
about
show.
That
Dale
was-
DeMayo, but he definitely did a good thing by making Scott the face and showing all the stuff he had to go through, like about the whole segregation with mutants and his whole thing with Madeline and Jean. Perfect. Next, we're gonna just do Jean Grey Beast. You need the OG5. I know to say the OG5
So
was
basically, the
boring.
'90s Jim Lee team. Or
Just a
from the
little
show.
bit. Just a little bit. And then you could probably like throw Storm in there if you want to throw Storm in there. And then
We
I'd
need
say like
Storm. We need Storm. Period.
I feel like a mixed bag. I do want to say Kitty Pryde or like Jubilee, but I kind of want to do Danny just to like throw her in there, give her some screen time.
But how are they gonna do this though? Like you need, I know we talked about this before the show. You need Wolverine to at least like.
He's gonna be in there, obviously, but I don't
when they
think.
Give
introduce him?
Wolverine a break. I mean,
I know we need to give him a break. He's very oversaturated at the moment.
I mean, like-
but the only reason I say we need him is because if you're introducing that team, considering all this otherworldly stuff has happened, you kind of need the guy that's just like been there doing his own thing.
I feel like you need him, but you don't need him immediately. First of all, if he's in there, he's gonna overshadow everybody. Cause like, oh my God, Wolverine! Oh my God, Hugh Jackman! It's just like,
doesn't
okay, let
necessarily
these
have to
other
be
characters
you.
take
I'm about to say-
face and build a name for themselves for like the common audience that watch the movies.
Right.
Of course, the common people gonna know who they are, and we're excited for them. But no one really knows Scott Summers except for those bad movies, sadly.
Anyway,
But yeah.
Speaking of breaks, we gotta take a quick break right now, and then we're gonna get into DC and all of its various blunders. We'll be right back.
Going to cheerleading camp next to the abandoned insane asylum, it's like throwing the blood away.
50% of Americans like watching blood get spilled in horror movies, but only 3% donated.
Now that's scary.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry I had to take a quick break. Now, before we get into the DC conversation, because even though I'm a DC fan, y'all got a lot of stuff to answer for, okay? Black Adam, okay? Dwayne Johnson, no. Okay, no. Anyways, before we get into it, Oscar, I forgot to mention the comics in Marvel.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay, you know, I will give you that. Now, what, like, in the comics in Marvel right now, do you like the most, and what do you think needs improvement? What have you been reading?
I've been reading some of Storm solo series. I think it's pretty interesting so far, and I know I really like how they got rid of Krakoa, but I like how they have her own sanctuary, welcome everybody. That's a nice change of pace. I do like the new Avengers, and they're talking about like how they're trying to change things, and I really like the way they're doing Carol. I did not care for Captain Marvel. I know how people
Yeah.
feel about her, but she was just written a little weird. So her talking about like, you know, we're not like the police, we're not the military, we're like the firefighters. We actually have to care for people. We can't have these infightings anymore. I like that. They're trying to do a
Yeah.
change, a nice little stand with her. So far that, and I guess the Scarlet Witch one, it's a hit or miss. It depends how you like it. But I do like how they're doing like more of a horror element with her.
As she should. I mean,
Yeah.
she dips into a lot of the darker elements of Marvel. So
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
like that a lot. Yeah.
All right. I mean, so I think that Spider-Man needs to change. Like,
No, he doesn't. Spider-Man needs to remain a tragic character.
No.
He is the person that inspires hope in everyone. He is the person that is meant to persevere. He needs to be a...
Oh, so that's how you're gonna play it. You gonna do this? Okay, fine. That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
He needs to be a tragic character. That is the thing that makes him Spider-Man.
Wrong. I personally don't. No, you're done. I'm talking now. I'm talking now.
Go ahead. No,
I
go.
personally don't think we have had like what 4, 3 or 4 decades of a messy Spider-Man, an unhappy Spider-Man.
Right.
I personally think what was that one storyline? What was like One More Day?
Yeah.
Trash, god awful. I think that is like the peak of like, oh, we really don't know what to do with Spider-Man, and we just want him to just be unhappy and miserable. I feel like there are some good storylines where he can be happy. He deserves to be with Mary Jane. He deserves to have his kids.
I
He
think that's-
deserves
Why
to
does he
grow
deserve
up.
it, though?
because Spider-Man's been around since the 60s. I'm tired of him being. I get he has struggles and everything, and that's what makes him great. He perseveres. But at this point, if Mary Jane cheat on him again and leave him, I'm sick of this. He can't ever win. Everybody always dying. Every time he's happy, it's like for 5 minutes, and then something happens.
I feel
And
like the
that is Spider-Man.
1610 Ultimate Universe Spider-Man does him very well, especially when they have like him like, you know, actually growing up and being an adult and having these family dynamics while also trying to still be a superhero. And they still have Harry in his life, you know, it's like trying to balance that out. I know they're trying to do like that thing where like Harry might be corrupted later on, but it's nice to see that change what we should get in the 616 universe. I'm kind of like I think I can speak for all Spider-Man fans. We're kind of over this era of Peter Parker, you know, is the punching bag of Marvel.
Yeah, he's basically punching.
I don't
back.
think he's the punching bag.
Anyways,
Very
we got.
much so.
I got to stop y'all before we get lost in translation. Speaking of the comics, we're gonna stick to the comics. DC. I think DC has always had better comics than Marvel. To me, I've always resonated with it. I don't. Hey, look, they was doing crisis events and multiverses before they was even thought of at Marvel. So.
I feel like I will give DC something, and it's basically like I like the whole gods among men trope they do.
Yeah.
I feel like they do that very well, especially like with Superman. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of Superman until like I actually got into his books and read it. It's like, you know what?
He is very underrated.
I definitely feel like the internet definitely just kind of like warped that personality. Like, oh, we want to evil, we want injustice,
and
Superman.
so
I'm so
annoying.
tired of that.
No.
Like they always would love to do this evil twisted Superman, and that's not the character. That's cool for a one-off every now and again.
Like an alt universe, yeah.
Yes, an alternate universe.
But it's to the point where people just don't even know the character anymore because they just think
Yeah.
he's the opposite of like
And-
you have Omni-Man.
Yeah, I
Omni-Man
was about to
is-
say. Yeah, you
I
got
don't know.
you got Omni-Man,
Yeah, okay,
you
yeah,
got
Jack.
Homelander, and everybody's seeing these evil Superman archetype characters, and they're just wanting Superman is written the best when you put him in human-like situations where his powers are not a factor. When like I know people don't like the CW, but the show Superman, even Smallville, Superman and Lois just ended. It's good because it has those nice character bits of Superman becoming a father. They had to deal with Lois having cancer. Like that's something he can't stop, even though he's Superman.
I agree.
And how
I
he
do
has
like
to
those
deal with
moments, yeah.
adversity and stuff. That's cool. And another thing, like I do love how right now in DC, they're finally letting the Teen Titans and all those younger legacy characters take that next step. Like you look at Nightwing, he's now taking a step of leading the entire Justice League, not just the Titans, but the entire Justice
Wasn't
League.
that that comic run was
It
like,
was
Amanda
Beast
Waller
Wars.
was trying to.
Yeah, it was Amanda Waller doing the Amanda Waller stuff. But it's just like I like how Wally West is taking that step of becoming the main Flash. Like I mean he's been the main Flash before, but now I feel like it's a lot. It feels a lot like what it deserves.
Yeah,
But
just who they are.
another thing I'm very upset about is DC. They don't do anything outside of Batman and Joker. Now I love Batman.
Yes, let's talk about this. Yes.
This is going to bleed over into the movie aspect too, because I love Batman, I love Joker, but everything is Batman or Joker. Every game, every movie. Batman has 3 comic books. He always has 3 runs. One is in the main line, one is and 2 are just one-offs. Like, and I'm so sick of it. And it's just like
it's the exact. They're too afraid. They're too afraid to let their characters be their characters. They pick Batman because it's easy to do. They can just pick like a big strong guy and let him be like some random super spy. And that's not even accurate to like Batman as a whole. Like you either get like oh, I'm the best martial artist Batman, or you get, oh, I'm a detective Batman. Like you never get the entire character. Yeah. And DC refuses to get their characters. Like they refuse to do a Wonder Woman movie properly and give her an entire fleshed out story.
And let's talk about something. Besides, the ones with Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, and then Wonder Woman 84, which was a terrible movie, might I add. I absolutely hated Wonder Woman 84.
Max Lord, you're putting yourself and everyone else in grave danger. I need you to give me the stone. What happened to it?
Holy God, what are you showing me? His head. Come on. Open your eyes.
As soon as I saw they had Christian Wing as Cheetah, I said, this is going to be bad.
You just hate women movies.
No, I want to see it done right. Listen.
Support women.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right.
I'm like he tried to set you up.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, my problem is DC, like I said, they only focus on Batman. They barely care about Superman. But Wonder Woman is left out to dry.
I think
they don't do nothing with
dirty.
Wonder. They do Wonder Woman dirty.
Even if they don't want to give her like a whole movie, they don't even do anything with like cartoons or anything like
They don't
that.
give her
refuse
no animated
to touch Wonder
series.
Woman.
The only time she shows up is if it's in a Justice League show, or if it's like other characters. There's never a Wonder Woman series. There's never a Wonder Woman like movie or TV show. Like besides, like I said, from the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman ones with Zack Snyder and all that, and Linda Carter, there wasn't no Wonder Woman stuff. Nothing besides the comics.
It's crazy because she's one of, if not, well, that's
she's the part of the big 3, the Trinity.
I know that, but I'm saying she's one of, if not the best, like hand-to-hand combat person, even though she's as strong as she is, and they refuse to touch her.
Perfect.
I can go on the street and ask people how many Batman villains do you know. They're gonna say Joker, Penguin, Scarecrow, who else? I don't know. Riddler. They're gonna say those
Mr. Freeze,
Mr. Freeze or something. You ask somebody who's a Wonder Woman villain, they be like, I don't know. People barely know Cheetah, and Cheetah's like her main antagonist. Cheetah, Cersei, Giganta, Ares.
And what's that? Dr. Psycho?
Yeah, Dr. Psycho from the Harley Quinn from the Harley Quinn show.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
How would you feel they gave Nubia some type of media before they gave like Donna Troy? Not Donna Troy, sorry.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
I'm not gonna hold you. I would be upset by that because it's like y'all really have done nothing with her.
Yeah.
But then y'all want to pick up on this character because
It screams diversity.
It does.
But anyways, we'll be back. We'll be back after this break. We'll get back to that. We'll be back.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
And we're back. Like I said, we're going to get right back into them death battles like we used to back in the good old days. But before we do, DC, I got something to say about you, okay? I got something to talk about, DC. I'm tired of the trash movies. I'm tired. Just that simple. I'm tired of the trash movies. I'm tired of the misinterpretations of characters, like stuff like Birds of Prey. That's a no-no.
No, it didn't. No.
That movie is not Birds of Prey.
Sit down.
That movie was not Birds of Prey.
That movie was trash. Sit
I
down.
just love going to an empty movie theater just to...
Listen, my issue is this at the end of the day. They keep taking these characters and twisting them and making them unrecognizable. They took Cassandra Cain, who was the daughter of 2 deadly assassins and works with Batman, has a whole bat suit, and made her into a pickpocketer.
That ain't...
No, it isn't.
No, it didn't.
No.
it didn't.
No.
No, Eric, you know what movie was really terrible? Black Adam. That was my favorite villain of all
God, how did y'all let The Rock get in there and try to run things?
Because he was a fan cast for so long, and it made sense. Because like
it did not make sense. Why is this Samoan man coming to play like an Egyptian?
You got a problem with a Samoan man playing?
Yes, I do actually. Get proper casting. Yes.
Because the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
Oh no!
Yes.
Look, that was a fan cast for so long. Shh! Stop talking. That was a fan cast for so long. I love Black Adam. That is my favorite villain of all time. They took his character and they destroyed it. Watching that, there was nothing enjoyable about that. Oh my god!
My main issue has always been and will always be that Black Adam should have been in Shazam 2.
He should have.
Because he's a Shazam villain. Black Adam is not a mainstay in DC. I mean, he is to DC fans, but you ask the average person, they don't know who Black Adam is.
No.
He's not a Superman villain. He's not a Flash villain. He's not a Justice League villain. He is a Shazam villain first and foremost. So why is he fighting the JSA? And another thing, why with the JSA? I like the JSA. I like Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate was probably the best part of that movie.
Dr. Fate was.
He's pretty cool. Yeah.
My only gripe about Dr. Fate, as good as he was in that movie, he kept taking his helmet off.
Yeah,
he just took his helmet off.
Supposed to be like a hard way to get the helmet off. He can't just take it off so easily.
He can't. No,
the helmet is a mystical entity that has a ironclad contract with whoever puts it on. You cannot take the helmet off. You have to like go through hell and back to take it off. Because the helmet controls you basically, and he was just taking it off.
The helmet is his own person in society. Once you put it on, that's it. You're done. Like he just kept taking it off, turning it on, like it was like he was Iron Man or something. Yeah. It made no sense.
And then again,
no, but it's still funny.
And lastly, the Flash. The Flash was probably the worst. First of all, the CG was bad. And the story, like, first of all, I'm so sick of this trope of, you're the villain. Like, what'd you say?
Predator.
We're not talking about him.
Did you want to fight?
So he's an idiot.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah. That's
the fact that movie even came out after all the controversy.
They cut so many things just to release that movie, and it was terrible to watch. The CGI baby with the microwave. You didn't see that?
He saved a bunch of infants and he put them in microwaves and they look like they're from PlayStation 2 graphics. Like
it was such a bad movie.
It's so bad.
These events can be psychologically scarring. You should seek the services of a mental health professional. The Justice League is not very good at that part yet. Trust me.
It was me, Barry.
Death battles.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yes, death battles. We got Justice League versus X-Men. Okay, I obviously think that Justice League is going to dust you guys, but y'all got some people that's
First of all, who's on this team? Who's on this team? Who's on this team? You talking about going dust X-Men?
Of course, we got Superman. We got Batman.
Okay, let's try and narrow this down because we can obviously just jump and pick like the most powerful characters in either company. I think we should stick to like the main group. So
the base roster. I personally think it should be like the Justice League versus the Avengers. I don't know why you trying to throw the X-Men out there, but I'll do my fight. Come on.
You want to do with the Avengers? We can do either one because they going down either way.
Which one are we doing?
Okay, we'll do X-Men. Come on, let's do X-Men.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So for Justice League, I think it should be Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Martian Manhunter, Hawkgirl, and Flash.
So Green
I think it should
Lantern?
be, Green Lantern. My bad. I forgot.
Yeah.
Those 7. I think it should be the original 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
For X-Men, pick 7 because y'all got
we'll
a
probably do the
gaggle
main
of
seven.
anybody with mutant powers.
Yeah.
Just an X-Men.
Basically, I
they
like
accept
that.
anybody.
Okay,
They even
look,
threw,
Scott,
what's her
Wolverine,
name in there?
Storm, Jean. I kind of want to do Archangel for it, and then Rogue.
Angel.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give Warren his little respects. He definitely Archangel for me definitely be cooking. He definitely can put the paws on somebody. But I definitely feel like just because y'all have like what Superman, Batman, and I guess your main staple is if sometimes Wonder Woman if they use her properly. But I feel like a lot of the X-Women just bring that A factor. They're basically like the tanks of the team. You have Storm with her weather manipulation and a little bit of magic when they want to get kicking the magic. You have Jean who's the Phoenix Force. Like the whole purpose of her just being OP, creative the universe, blah 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 blah. And then you also have Rogue, who's just the tank of the X-Men. She's taking hits, she's not going down without a fight. So at the very least, I feel like those 3 women, they can handle what need to be handled. And you have like Scott, Logan, Warren, they can handle like the others. I definitely feel like Logan's gonna give Batman at least a run for his money because he knows like all forms of combat.
First of all.
Like, go ahead, come on.
Superman solo in about 2 of them. I hope you know that.
I don't think Superman's topping
Superman is
Jean
solo
Grey.
in 2.
I don't know. Superman's not topping him.
And I'm wondering. I'm thinking about this right now. So you mentioned Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
And we said Hawk Girl, right?
Right.
I wonder how her nth metal mace will feel up against Wolverine's head when she smacked up against his head.
Just want to heal it back.
Because that joint is magic. That's basically the equivalent of vibranium in DC. Nth metal.
He's not gonna heal it back. Not if she knock his head off. You realize how strong she is?
Yeah.
And you know what? My favorite
definitely
scene.
feel like Wolverine's gonna
Hey, look. I feel like all she got to do is get that mace to Flash. Tick 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 tick. It's gonna be mink. They gonna. Who's catching Flash?
I feel like Rogue can get him.
You think Rogue will get him?
I feel like Rogue
In what
can get him.
world?
Honestly, now that I think about it, if
In
Rogue
what
can just get,
timeline? Because he'll probably run through
Rogue
time.
cannot
The
get
slope-
Flash. Rogue can definitely just try to steal Superman powers, and that's just another tank on top of a tank. So she's gonna do what she need to do.
Nobody is touching the Flash. Nobody is touching him. Nobody in Marvel's entire like continuity is as fast.
Don't
as
say
him.
Quicksilver because
Quicksilver is so slow. Like
I don't know.
comparatively,
They don't do no much for Pietro, so I'm gonna have to keep what it is.
like
what it is.
that's
We
one
see
thing
that
about y'all.
coming?
Y'all really don't have super speed.
No.
Like we got a lot of speedsters over here.
I feel
Y'all really
like
don't
we
have
do
that.
have super speed, but Marvel doesn't really like using our speedsters. Like we have Quicksilver, we also have North Star, and we have Speed himself, but they don't like using them. It's a weird thing with speedsters on our side. I'll give you that. But I definitely feel like someone is touching Flash. If anybody, I kind of want to say Rogue. If not Rogue, I kind of want to say Scott's got a plan to help get him down because Scott is a really good tactician. I feel like in the Marvel universe, he's either like second or third tactician of teammate or like the team captain. So he'll either have something for like, Storm to slow him down with ice or get Rogue to get somebody's power to do something.
Yeah.
But he will be dealt with. If they don't take Scott out, I feel like he definitely got a plan to get them.
Okay, well I feel like Green Lantern gonna make some
Wait.
constructs.
We're ignoring somebody.
What?
Martian Manhunter.
Oh yeah, Martian.
What are y'all gonna do against
Grey.
Martian Manhunter?
Jean Grey. So you think they're gonna have a little telepathic battle?
I think Jean, there's not a type of, she controls fire. Ain't he scared of fire?
Yeah, he is good.
Get him out of here. He's like a terrible pig.
First of all, that was a mental block. They only did that because they made him too OP. For the longest, he has not had that weakness for a minute.
You're forgetting like she is the Phoenix. Like, bro, I don't care what you say. The Phoenix is taking him down. Like, your one telepath is not touching her. You can say what accomplishments have Martian Manhunter done that can compare to the Phoenix herself? Quickly.
He's gonna telepathe his way.
Quickly.
What do you mean? He's gonna leave her
5,
comatose.
4.
Comatose.
Huh?
Comatose.
You think Jean will be comatose?
Yes.
Jean Grey?
She's
Jean
comatose
Grey?
herself.
Wait.
She's comatose herself.
Jean Elite?
This
Jean
is-
Elite,
this is
Summer
herself.
Grey?
This is the same Jean Grey who faints every other X-Men
First of all,
episode.
Does she not
You
knock
wanna talk
herself out
about
with her
women?
own powers? Does she not do that?
No, not at all. She basically
What?
got everything in check now.
Nah.
Now.
Next team. Next
What are we
fight.
talking about,
Next fight. Next battle.
Okay. We got team.
No, Bat Family.
Bat
Bat Family. Who do y'all have that's matching up with the Bat Family?
And
You see that's happening?
As like,
He don't got
the
nobody.
Defenders.
I know
Nobody
there
for real.
is. I know
Don't
there
got nobody
is.
for real.
I
I
guess there
think
is.
this is a hot take. I
Yeah.
think Nightwing is washing Daredevil. That's just me.
That's off rip. What?
I think Nightwing
No
is washing
context.
Daredevil.
Nightwing watching Daredevil?
Yes.
Yep.
You think I'm supposed to disagree with that? Yeah, Nightwing's watching.
Oh,
okay.
okay. Uh-huh. Yeah.
You know who I think is watching? Damien is watching Daredevil. It worked.
Okay, now you pushing it.
Damien is
You're
watching
pushing
Daredevil.
it. You're pushing
I'm not even
it.
talking. I'm not even talking about like teenage, young adult Damien. I'm talking about like little 11-year-old Damien.
You know
He
what?
is
Nah, I just
watching
want to slice
Daredevil.
it.
He is watching Daredevil.
Nah, Daredevil's
What?
not getting touched now.
What do you
Nah.
mean he's not getting touched?
I feel like
What do you mean?
I kind of undersold him. I undersold him. Matt Murdock know what he's doing, especially with all his hand training. Like,
Look, we gotta end the episode now. Clearly, there needs to be a part 2 to this.
We didn't even do Justice League Dark versus like Midnight Sun.
What does it matter? John Constantine is whooping y'all.
I will literally hop over
Then
there and smack her in the
Zatanna?
face
You're
with
not
a
doing
brick.
nothing.
Wait.
You see what Susan-
Like I said, thank you all for joining this episode of Pop Culture Showdown. Please tune in to the next one. Please follow us on Instagram and CTV Live. And we will see you in the next one.